is going on, air signs? This is your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for you guys. If you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. Also guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that is totally fine. That said, let us see what is going on in your love lives for today. Alright, let's see what's happening. Hangman. Okay, what are we hanging on to? Or not necessarily hanging on to, but what perspective do you have to surrender to? There's stuff, you know, usually that card talks about waiting, patience, and, well, not necessarily patience, but like surrendering to his perspective. Seeing something from a different angle. So let's see what we got going on here. Oh dear. Oh wow. Some of you guys, this is pretty darn, you know, clear for some of you guys out here. I don't know how much of this will apply to some of you guys. Oh geez, there's a lot of burdens coming up here, guys. World, unfinished business. I know, I always read the world as unfinished business, and usually that means a closing of a chapter, ending of a cycle, moving from one phase of your life to the next. And I think the burden is this. I think there is some stuff that's been, you know, closed. There's some doors that have been closed here, but I don't think they're completely closed because you still have the Ten of Wands here. What burdens are you still holding on to, guys? And it's not even your fault, it looks like, because everything's just so confusing. And I think the reason why there's just been some impending stuff, right? Things not completing itself and not finishing itself out, completing itself out, is because there's some need to apologize. There is some need for there to be an apology, or some things to be straightened out, some things to be set, you know, straight. That someone needs to set the record straight. And it could be you guys that need to be apologized, it could be someone else that needs to apologize, or some things that need to be straightened out, period. Some things that just need some sort of closure, some clarity. Well, not clarity, well, clarity through the truth, but by assessing some imbalance here, because there is a serious imbalance that's causing a lot of confusion and a lot of stress. Okay, now in the past there was definitely some defensiveness. Okay, we got dual defensive energy here already starting out. But the fact of the matter is, starting off, we have the Seven of Wands. You know, there was something you were deeply protecting here, something that you were definitely protective of, either yourself or, you know, you definitely were standing your ground on regarding a situation. But then you have the King of Pentacles in your present. That could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But it could also be you. It could be that you feel more, you know, you're stable, you're independent, you know your value, you know your worth, and you know you're looking to settle down, you're ready to commit to someone. But then you have Justice and you have the Queen of Swords. That's crazy to me, right? Because how do you go from being stable, solid, ready to stabilize, ready to commit, to not ready to commit, not interested in committing at all? Right? Could be like you're ready for things to stabilize itself, but then the Queen of Swords is ready to cut somebody up. Now here's my thing though. Here's what it looks like. There's definitely some defensive energy, but then there's the King of Swords that comes in to probably apologize to you guys. Somebody's going to come in to probably say something like, I'm sorry, or if not straight up, I'm sorry, this is somebody that's going to, you know, obviously set the record straight, balance things out, get some sort of, you know, amend some things that haven't been properly amended. And it's towards you. Right? This person may have done wrong to you, which is why you may have had your defenses up. Now, the King of Pentacles doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that has done you wrong. This could just be that there's some things that were just not completely hashed out, or, you know, really talked through, and that is what's going on today. Some of you guys are having a talk with this person that you either think or believe to be very stable, very solid. Maybe somebody's even proposing to you guys, and that's why you're confused, because maybe you have no idea how you really feel about this individual. The Queen of Swords is interesting to come up in the future, because it looks like you start cutting people off. Like, you know you're stable, you know you're independent. I think you guys have definitely been fighting to get there, getting to this independence and this stability. You know, you feel very stable and good by yourself. But then the second, you know, I think this is crazy. Justice comes up, and then all of a sudden you got the Queen of Swords. I wonder why you guys have the Queen of Swords in your future. Why? You're protective of something. The Queen of Swords, she's very protective of stuff. Especially her emotions. She detaches. She knows that her emotions have a place, and her place when it comes to making decisions. Yes. Now, ooh, you know what it looks like? What happens is this. It's like, I think somebody definitely came, cause I think you guys, you know, the moon could be very confusing energy, and it is a confusing energy. You have to trust your intuition. But the thing that's keeping you from trusting your intuition is that some things have not been settled yet, right? I think there's some sort of unpending justice coming up, like meaning something hasn't been properly straightened out, something hasn't been properly handled, which is causing this whole situation harder. It makes the thing harder and harder to navigate through, right? Because you don't know, you don't see, you can't even hear your own higher self, because this is about another person. This is about a specific individual here. And I feel like this person that you see as the King of Pentacles could be coming in to express themselves, or this could be that you guys are in a very stable place. And you don't want to be approached by anybody. Like, you just learned to, you know, just to sustain yourself. You don't need anybody that comes in. You're like, you know, forget it. I got myself, right? The Seven of Wands. I've been protecting myself. I've been fighting all these battles on my own. You want to come back now? Forget it. And I feel like that's kind of the attitude about it, because in a way, right, this is all about trusting your intuition about stuff, but the first impulse is to just cut somebody off, to say hell no. She's Queen of Swords is the Queen of no. But let me still see, why do you have the Queen of Swords in the future? Why? But you guys look like you're done. Queen of Wands. I was thinking of the Queen of Wands. She's got a very magnetic personality, the Queen of Wands. But why is the Queen of Wands coming up for the Queen of Swords? Too many cards. Why is the Queen of Wands coming up for the Queen of Swords? Because of the Eight of Pentacles. Because of work. Because of... okay. Why is the Eight of Pentacles coming up for the Queen of Wands, coming up for the Queen of Swords? Like, it's nothing. What is going on? The Star. So Aquarius. Hope. Working towards a dream. That's a very interesting combination over here. Queen of Pentacles. You got fucking every goddamn queen that comes up. Wow, guys. It's almost like your first initial reaction is to just reject this person. But I think it's because they did you wrong. Something tells me you did this person, you know, somebody did somebody wrong here. But your advice is saying not to give up, right? You got a defensive energy, you got your walls up. You got your walls up. And I don't know if this is really the person that's going to hurt you this time. I think this person's coming in to make amends, but make amends with the situation that didn't work out. You're being asked to use your intuition right now, but you can't, because there's some things that the past have shown you that makes you uncomfortable. And now there's a lot of intense energy here, and I feel like you're trying to become you're trying to be solid and strong and independent, so that way when the time comes, you can resist getting involved with somebody that has some sort of intense energy, you know, that makes you feel super intensely in love, because it's scary to dream. The Queen of Swords will cut down a dream because it's not logical, if it's unrealistic to reach. Queen of Wands, though, she's fearless. She doesn't have any limitations to her dreams. She doesn't let anything keep her from dreaming what she wants. Like, she doesn't have a cap on what's possible. I would see the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles as being the people that would have, you know, caps. But the Queen of Swords is independent. Queen of Wands, very independent. Eight of Pentacles. It almost feels like this person that's extending themselves to you. Like, I think there's somebody around you that's definitely showing you that they can take care of you. They can work with you if there's anybody around you at all. And I feel like it definitely has a lot to do with your independence. I think this is about your independence and your self-esteem. Not necessarily self-esteem, but your sense of self, like your sense of confidence is definitely be a factor in this whole thing. Like, this person could definitely offer you something huge, right? This person can offer you marriage. This person can, can provide for you, but that's not what you want. I don't think you want that. It's almost like what you got going on is like this desire to be independent, but it makes you want to just shun or just get rid of any sort of offer of dependence that's around you, because you don't want us to lose that sense of control, perhaps. Let me see. Why is the Nine of Wands coming up as their goal, aim, ambition? Because the Queen of Wands talks about independence, man. And she does things. She's action-oriented. She's fearless. She gets things done. Eight of Pentacles, hard work, focus, drive. And then the Queen of Swords is all about, healing and manifestation and dreams, putting the work into towards your, your aspirations. The reason why you have the Nine of Wands is because of the Seven of Cups. You don't know if it's going to lead to anything wonderful. There's all great options and they all seem very appealing, but what's realistic about all of these? It's like you're defensive of the options available because you don't know if it's going to actually lead to anything further. Like, even though this person that you saw is very stable at one period, you don't know if you can truly trust them. You don't know if you can truly trust this individual. I don't think your advice would be to keep your defenses up. I think your advice is saying to not give up on your dream, especially if this is someone that you wanted to create something with. I think this, the moon is also going through and tackling your fears. Because it's the insecure energy, right? Everything's hard to see. It's in the darkness. You have to face those fears, right? And I feel like with the moon coming up as the heart of your reading, like, I kind of feel like for some of you guys, this is about facing your insecurities and making those and making amends with those, especially when it has to do with finances, when it comes to independence and self-worth. Because you guys, it doesn't matter what you have. I don't know if your pocket or your wallet is defining you right now, but that is not a way to do it, right? Your finances are not the deciding factor of whether or not you are worthy of anything. It's like almost like you see that your dreams and things are only work. That's why you kind of like you end up cutting away a lot of your stuff, cutting away a lot of not just your fears, but your dreams and aspirations. Because everything becomes a job, even your wish, even your work. And it's interesting that you guys have protect the wild and the green, because it's telling you that if you protect the things that that mean the most to you, everything will be you respect yourself. It's showing that you respect yourself. It's like telling you to protect the world, protect the earth, give back. That's what the star does, giving back. And I'm not saying go out there and recycle. I mean, definitely do that. It's really helpful for the environment. But this is not necessarily an environmental message. It's like protect what is your own. The earth belongs to you, but the earth doesn't. You shouldn't treat it like crap because it's not yours, but you should definitely treat it with respect because it is yours. Because you live on it and because you have, you were born on it. It's the same way you should treat yourself. It's interesting. Very interesting message. I'm going to read you your affirmation for that one. Just because the meaning for that one is so weird, to be honest with you. And that's kind of, you really have to kind of go with interpretation with this one. 30, 32. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Protect the wild and the green. You are a guardian of the earth and all who shares it. The trees, the animals, the birds, insects, and inhabitants of the ocean blue. It is time to play an active role in protecting and preserving the wild and the green by being aware of and limiting your impact upon the natural world. This world is not yours to possess. It is a gift given to you and your children. Tread gently, tread with care, and walk with love. Remember, your relationship with the world is a symbiotic is a symbiotic one. Yep. It's crazy, man. It's crazy mess this time around, but we got this, guys. All right. But it straight up looks like a King of Pentacles is coming in to apologize to somebody, and their mixed feelings. The Queen of Swords is like cold about it, but there's somebody's also like, I really want to actually pursue this person because this is what I want, but I'm not sure because of all the shit that I just went through with the moon. Like, your moon phase is not over. You have to continue to fight through those insecurities, especially when it comes to relationships, commitments, and being involved with another person. Because I think this has a lot to do with intimacy issues. Because think about it, how connected we are to Earth is very intimate, and I think this is what it is. It's like it's intimacy in the sense of finances and connecting with each other and committing to one another. And even though we build a strong bond with ourselves and we got through some crazy stuff on our own, we still have to go through that really uncomfortable phase of figuring out why we don't want to trust people, or why we don't want to let someone in. Big. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you want to get a reading with me, or to pretty much ask a question, I have a sale going on my Instant Go page, so do take advantage of that, guys, especially for all you newcomers that want to have a question answered by me at the touch of your fingertips, right, on your phone. Definitely it can do that. All right, guys, love you to death, and I'll see y'all soon. Take care.